What's going on, YouTube? You're back with Shades, and we're gonna start a new Let's Play. Well, not really Let's Play. It is a visual novel, and they're not really considered games. Huh. But anyway, well, they are, but this one isn't because it is a kinetic novel. There is zero choice. As far as the game description goes, there might be like slight choice, and this game is really loud. But I do like the sultry jazz music. I would call it jazz. But it is 1,000 Lies. It is a kinetic novel, and that's literally all I know about it because I like to go into these games like almost blind. Um, it was recommended to me on Steam. It is free. Link in the description if you want to try it out for yourself. It is a kinetic novel, meaning that there is no choice and probably zero deviation from the main story. But, of course, that doesn't hurt to experience it for yourself without my voice ringing in your head. So anyway, let us start a new game. But judging by the title alone, I assume there's going to be a lot of lying. I don't know. And there's one Steam achievement for this. It's just called The Truth and Only the Truth. Okay, well, let's skip without me. Okay. Much like the origin of our dreams, three youths forged their friendship out of unclear beginnings. The innocence of their childhood souls knew nothing of the ulterior motives that the jaded mind of an adult might have. It's a pity that no decision knows of virtue, a fabrication which lies beyond the chromatic spectrum of consequences that adults insist on simplifying as either black or white. Wow. Philosophy already. So they maintain that lies should not be told. Lying is wrong. With empty words, they wage their futile battle against human nature, pretending not to know what they speak. It's ironic how, rather than erasing lies by teaching us not to fabricate falsehoods, we learn to make them better. After all, who honestly seeks the truth? We openly open our ears to the confirmation of our biases. And that's strange because, in my opinion, there's no one who's more sincere with their words than the greatest liar of them all. I guess that makes sense, because in order to properly tell lies, and I'm not saying to lie a lot, you have to believe the lie to some degree, and also that you could act and like show that like you like so you can like appear sincere. So I guess that's what he's talking about. I don't know. I just realized I didn't do marker. Well, shit. I'm gonna have to work with that. Notes fell readily from my memory and onto the piano keys of my fingertips, recreating the trite sounds of Maestro Debussy's esteemed melody. I played for no attentive listeners, and in no grand auditorium. Only one man fell within earshot of my tune. As weak with his words as with his posture, he shifted his eyes about in a mixture of fear and doubt. Even if I were to close my eyes, I could draw his features in the void with nothing more than my memories, every feature, every pulsing movement, the signs in his face that age had yet to win its long battle against his youth. I can still taste the crisp, bittersweet flavor of my mind. Whoa. I can still taste the crisp, bittersweet flavor my mind gave to the air on the day I found him, staring so intently at the starry sky, as if he wanted to leave the rest of the world behind. The infamous night, quietly overseen by Maestro Debussy, would change everything forever. What is this about? This is actually pretty interesting. Come, want to see how haunted that mansion really is? The boy could hardly contain his excitement as he spoke. Oh, I read that wrong. His two friends, his only audience, frowned in response. Reluctant to give him their answer, they couldn't be fooled by such superstitions as ghosts, nor were they motivated to spend their time disapproving their existence. Yet somehow they just couldn't find it in themselves to say no to their eager friend, perhaps due to his eloquence, or to be frank, his persistence. Their entrance was heralded by abandoned spiderwebs, ramshackled walls, and frayed curtains. Unfortunately, there were no specters to speak of. The boy had little need of his ghost now, though, for the trembling signs of fear that gripped his friends served more than adequately as entertainment for the day. So our intrepid leader took point, taking his exploration party deeper into the dust-veiled interior of the old mansion. He brought his attention to a single book laid atop an aging podium, a sure sign that no pages of content were more worthy of reading than those found within the centerpiece on display. Its words were still legible, if only just, and apart from the rest of its treatise on keeping close relationships unbroken, it offered a dire warning. Desecrating that which does not belong to you will bring nothing but punishment. That which you love will inevitably become the greatest of your fears, which, during Sinzigi, 3 elements must become 2, which one will you discard? If it had been a spell up from a witch's book, the 3 youths lacked the knowledge to understand it. Nonetheless, they would soon regret having brought life to the words upon the page. From out of the darkness, shackles appeared and bound the three together, with unbreakable chains that only they could see, doomed to each other's company eternally. The fuck? Are there supernatural things happening here? Hey, do you think I could play the piano? Are you serious? Why should I bother to teach you? You've had more time to learn than I have. No, that's not what I meant. I was just curious. Well, it's a simple question with a long and complicated answer, so here it is. No. What? Why not? Do you really need me to spell it out for you? You're the expert. It shouldn't be hard to tell me what's wrong. What's wrong? Oh, where do I begin? For example, those sausage links you call fingers. You think there's any instrument that would accommodate you? Sounds like you're just trying to make me go away. I've never heard of anyone not being able to play piano for such a stupid reason. I suppose that depends on your goals. You can bang away at the keys to your heart's content, for example. You're not very good at this pep talk thing, you know? What is happening? We have experienced no characters yet. What is happening? This is interesting to say the least. It was a strange spell which bound the three youths together. Should they try to spread out and seek their own paths, the chains of their legs would grow tighter, keeping them together. But if two of them agreed to stay close to each other, they could grant the third prisoner an extended length of distance. The links in the chain were interrupted by obstacles. They only enforced the proximity by which its prisoners must be held. Still, they could find a way to live with their curse, but none but themselves being the wiser to it. And how could anyone believe that three friends have been physically bound by a chain which eludes the sight of everyone but its prisoners, passes through all obstructions, and is untouchable to anyone else? Under the premise that they used to spend all their time together, none of them thought this incident would harm their lives too much. Using their imaginations, they could manage some way to go on with their lives. In time, a change came upon them. Just as their origins of their friendship remained unclear, so too would it be difficult to pin down just what had happened, what had kept them united. The light of their childhood innocence would die a slow death, or perhaps even the innocence was another lie, fabricated to disguise their selfishness. These were the thoughts which plagued the leader's mind as he began to silently observe the faces of the ones he once called his friends, who had now become unrecognizable to him. And unable to find the words to form his apology, he chose to simply run away. Come off it already. You didn't come here for a piano lesson. If you got something to say, spit it out already. But the kid merely choked on his words, unable to force his thoughts into the open air. You don't have to say a thing if you don't want to. You're a grown man and you can make your own decisions. You don't need to tell me you don't need to tell me what you don't need to tell me you don't need me to tell you what to do. Just know that every choice comes with a price. I don't want you to come crying to me later as if I were responsible for your decisions. Through the corner of my eye, I could see that no amount of shaming language would drive him away. Yet he still milled about in his own indecisiveness. I sighed audibly, making my displeasure with our status quo abundantly clear. Fine. Do you want to know what made me want to learn how to play piano? It had been an impromptu change of subject, surprising even myself. I was never one for improvisation. Bringing a close to the piano's melody, I pushed myself away from the keys. I raised my hands up as if to display them alongside my words. I'll tell you what spurred me to play this instrument. It was after someone told me the most discouraging thing. That with fingers as thick as mine, I would never be able to play any instrument. So we're switching between two narratives here, which is interesting. I'm guessing that this overarching narrative is some sort of legend. It feels like it, but it's cool. And then we go back to the pianist talking to this kid, and it's interesting. I like it. The story is interestingly written. It feels more like an actual novel rather than something someone threw together to put on Steam. Because this game is free, and whoever wrote this has some talent. So he ran, struggling against his own loss of breath until the cruel chains trailing behind rose up to remind him of their limited length. But that would not stop him. Surrender was beyond his understanding now. No senseless witchcraft would be allowed to outperform his willpower. He didn't care about the blood or the pain. He would keep on running, empowered by his will, even if his legs were to break. The chains stretched with each step, with the metallic echo of the links breaking behind him. Groaning under the pressure, each link in the chain warped and bent to the breaking point, struggling to match the strength of his determination. So it was that the curse vanished, leaving no trace that it had ever bound anyone together. Only then did he return to his senses to find that he had bled and suffered to gain solitude in a barren land bereft of his peers. Even his footsteps had vanished in a trail behind him. He was truly alone. Never again would he be able to find the important people he had lost. 1000 Lies. Chapter 1? Interesting. Based on a true story? Or just a story that should be true? Okay. Okay, game. We're gonna play this? Alright. Ziva Shani? What's with these names? What, like, it looks like anime style, but it also, like, could have been written by a European. But seriously, I don't even know the origin of these names. God. Edian, I know how you feel about me, but... I mean, we spent a lot of time together. It's fun being with you, but... Like, you're a great friend, so it'd be better not to lose... Oh, God. I've heard this speech before. Ow. Okay, this got real quick. I know this speech. the I don't want to ruin what we currently have speech. Yeah, I think a good amount of us has been through that. I'm sorry, Edian. I don't know what I'm saying. Why did you have to confess to me here and now? It's not you, it's me. Is that what you wanted to say? Syrian Edian. What the hell are these names? They sound like those pretentious names someone who like wants to add art to their art is trying to do. Just big normal names, Jesus. Well, then again, what is normal? This game is probably just very foreign to me, and it's really loud. I cut it down to half, didn't I? I did. Jesus, why is it so loud? Oops, I didn't read that. It's not you, it's me. Is that what you wanted to say? But the truth is, until now, I was your second choice, the backup in case the first didn't pan out. Am I wrong? No, it's not like that, I swear. That's precisely the issue, Zival. I'm tired of hedging my words with you, with everyone. I knew that nothing could ever be the same after confessing, after expressing how I felt. I thought you would accept my feelings and I was happy. I couldn't believe that someone like me could connect with another person. Although now I see that it was all fake. I've been thinking about it, and now it's clear to me. One of us has been playing with the other's emotions without considering the consequences. And now I don't even have the courage to go back, in spite of finding out the truth. Don't you see, with that attitude, we can only hurt ourselves? I thought I loved and adored you. I'm not sure. Maybe I was deceiving myself all those times we spent together. Or maybe it was just my lack of experience. The only thing I do know is that we can't keep going down this painful road. What the fuck is happening? Okay. I heard that speech before when I confessed to someone, and I didn't react like this. I was like, okay, yeah, I get it. Like if you're not interested in me, I'm interested in you. I get it. That's how it works. But like, in my opinion, reacting violently or angrily to being rejected is never good. Only because, like, one, like, yes, you're putting your feelings on the line, but two, the person receiving those feelings more often than not, doesn't know what to do with them, unless they like you back, because then they definitely know what to do. But if they don't feel that way and they didn't see it coming, more than likely, like, they just don't know what to do. And A, they'll ask for time, B, they'll say no flat out, or C, they'll just let it hang there. They won't know what to do. And in all honesty, like getting angry like this just like adds guilt to them, because what's the point of getting angry? Like there's like that expression that there's always more fish in the sea rings true in this situation. Like why get angry? There's no point. Like, if anything, that just shows that hey, maybe you weren't as great of a person as that person you're confessing to thought. Because guess what? Like they may enjoy being around you. They just don't want to push that line. And when you get angry, they're just like, oh, were you acting this entire time trying to get me to like you? Was it real? What was real? Like that's what it, in my opinion, that's what it shows when you get angry over being rejected. But then again, people are emotional, and so when they get emotional, they don't know what they're saying. So, food for thought. And even so, a part of me doesn't want to let you go. even if that means we're only friends. Even knowing that suffering that awaits me. Ciaran? What are you thinking? How could you say something like that? Whispers spread throughout the classroom. As expected, we've become the center of attention, and students from all the nearby classrooms crowd around to eavesdrop. The pressure put on me by the current situation makes my legs begin to shake. Still, somehow I manage to look calm and composed. Come on, Ziva, Ciara, let's take a minute to calm down, okay? Don't you think it'd be better to talk about this later? Next class gonna start any moment, and I don't think. You're not one to talk, Oz. Everything is your fault after all. Huh? What did I do now? So you already knew. Nobody told me, if that's what you were worried about. I figured it out on my own. I just had to put 2 and 2 together. Oh, they're together! Okay. Wow, I've also been there too! Well, not that I like someone and they got together with someone and didn't tell me. Not that. But, like, 2 people getting together, not making it public, and simply observing them. I've been there. It was with a bunch of, it was like I was hanging out with a bunch of friends, and some of them left, and then the 2 were left, and then because like basically, they were just hiding out in my room and waiting for like things in their room to clear up. So like I was just watching them, and I'm just like, okay, she's staying over his place, and they're not together, and what's happening? And like they got a little chummier than I expected them to be, and then like the entire time I'm just like, are they a thing? Are they not a thing? And then like eventually like they just trusted me enough to tell me, and I was like, yeah, I knew it honestly wasn't that hard to figure out. But like it was just interesting that like it's not that hard to see when people trust you enough to do whatever they want around you. I'm not a gossiper. I'm not really much of a person to like talk to other people about other people behind their back. So like I guess I'm a good person to confide in, I suppose. I don't think I understand what's going on. Would someone care to explain? Yes, Ziva, do it. Explain it to him. I wouldn't be able to forgive myself if I ruined the lives of my 2 best friends because I was selfish. I've already been rejected. Are you sure about the Edian? I don't want to. Ziva puts her hand on my shoulder and she tries to cheer me up. I nod at her to indicate that she can continue. Then I choose to walk away, leaving them in silence. I get it. I get it. He's supposed to be alone. I get it. Pushing my way past a crowd of students and a teacher, I head into the hallway without ever looking back. I hope this wasn't during class, because that'd be awkward. I'm running away, I know, but there are times when being a coward is the only way to survive on the battlefield. Ah, the battlefield of love. I've been on this battlefield. It's not a pretty one, and all things are fair, because guess what? It's all up to who chooses who. And I have to say that it hurts being rejected, but I promised myself that I would never be sour about it. That if I chose to confess to a friend, because I typically fall for friends, that I would never, ever get angry about it. There's no point. If a person's not interested in me, they're not interested in me, and I feel like that's something I should pass on to anyone viewing. That it's not a good idea to get angry at people just because they don't do anything you expect. It's that you're learning new things about them. That's all. But so far, this is interesting. There's an overarching legend thing and the trio story, and it seems to me that it seems to be already going in here. Oh well. From the hallway, I can still hear what's happening on the other side of that door. I can hear the woman I love declaring her love for another man. You're in high school. Calm your tits. God damn. What the fuck? This is like unnatural. Okay. Like this is a story you typically see in like a medieval like drama. When I see it in like a high school setting, I'm just like, oh my god, it's just high schoolers being like unnaturally dramatic. And I get it. In high school, you think everything's so important, but in all honesty, this guy's gonna find someone new. But you know, in something like this, you gotta hype up the drama somehow. I get it, but it's so silly to me, and I shouldn't allow it to be silly because this is actually very serious in the game. The students outside the classroom suddenly erupt in various noisy reactions. The combined sound deafens everything else. Even then, there's still a sound I can't ignore. My heart is broken, leaving me feeling empty inside. I feel for you, Syrian. I feel for you. but I just feel that your reaction to the whole situation is a bit over dramatic, just a bit. How foolish! I'm no more than a feeble cuckold, resigned to never leave his nest. Isn't a cuckold typically for someone who has a spouse and then is cheated on? Isn't that what a cuckold is? Wrong word, boy. My soul is sinking further into the drain of desperation while the world keeps spinning. I know this feeling! Ah! This is bad. I'm unable to bear the sound of everyone else's happiness. My sanity is blinded by jealousy, which in turn causes me to retreat into loneliness. It's not jealousy, my friend. It's envy. You envy them. Jealousy means your fear of having something that you have stolen. Which I guess in your perspective you think is happening. I should be more empathetic toward this man, but I'm not, because I guess it's just, in my opinion, that he's a little dramatic. I'm not even a third of a man I used to be. For what reason should I keep this farce up? Oops, I hit my mic. Sorry! Oz Edelwine? It sounds like names from Valkyria Chronicles. Jeez. I'm sorry, Ziva. I would be lying if I said I didn't like you. Then what's the problem? There's no problem. You're beautiful. Any man's ideal woman. I've dreamt of you many times, of us being together, going on walks where I hold your hand, even our wedding. Wow. Wow. This is not something to say to a girl when you're rejecting her. Jesus. I've dreamt about the house we would buy, the 3 kids we would have, the names we would give them. Us? But it's impossible now. The truth is I'm in love with someone else. What the fuck? What is happening? It's not even a love triangle anymore. It's just like a web. It's turning into it's a small web. What is happening? So it is true. I suspected it, but I couldn't believe it. She's here, right? That's right. I'm talking about. What the fuck? The new substitute teacher. Everybody's alarm bell goes off. In unison, everyone's gaze shoots toward the entrance of the classroom. Standing there is the wide-eyed substitute teacher, ready for her very first class. The teacher causes her to drop her books. A soft, stuttering noise is all that her brain can process right now. What the fuck is happening? What is happening? I hope this is a joke. I hope this is a joke, because I can't handle this right now. All this drama, and it was diffused by such a silly thing. Regardless, she didn't need to say anything, not before she got cut off by a sudden hysterical applause. Great, how fantastic. I knew beforehand that something like this might happen. The silence is deafening. You can see the pity growing on everyone's faces. It feels as if the Grim Reaper himself has sentenced them all to an ill fate. You wanted to confess before Oz did. Before both of us knew what we had... You wanted to confess before Oz did. Someone tell me if I'm pronouncing that right, because I don't know if I am, because all these names are foreign to me. Both of us knew what we had been planning, and about this unrequited love for the teacher that had the rest of his class hadn't even mentioned yet. That's the way we had to move on ahead. You out of fear, and I out of despair. My wards, parted by the sound of my breathing and accompanied by the sound of my steps, crashed down upon Ziva as I walked to my desk. Although the weight of her actions is crashing down upon my shoulders, Ziva manages to rise up again, purely out of self-pity. Despite knowing that, you still took the risk. I don't understand you, Endian. I don't think I ever will. Okay, I do. It's kind of the same reason why you did. Basically, like, I would say that the reason for that is, like, it's one of those things where it's like, if I don't, I'll regret it. If I do, at least I know what would have happened. It's gonna hurt if I get rejected, and both these people clearly knew they were gonna get rejected. But, like, it was like, if I don't, I'm gonna regret it. And it's better to know the answer rather than like, go on thinking about what might have been, right? So, I guess that's the reason. I don't really know, but I don't know. It's just that this is so overdramatic, although I do like the art style. It's very nice. In the end, it seems the two of us had the same goal. I guess we're more alike than I thought. No, we aren't alike. My hand clumsily reaches for something to grasp until I can clutch something. My face twists into a distorted smile. I convince myself that this time I'll really win and I won't let go. I can prove to you that my love is real. I can show you just how strong my resolve is, Ziva. The scissors. He grabbed the scissors. Don't do this, CR. We can talk this over. What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? Edian, no. No! Taking my own life, I mercilessly pierced through my chest. What the fuck? Okay. I'm gonna end the part here because I'm approaching my 30-minute time mark. But I'm gonna say this right now. This is not okay. This is not okay. No man, woman, no guy, girl, or anyone in between, I don't care who they are, what they do, who their daddy is, like, no. This is not okay. At all. If for some reason you think you literally can't live without someone, and you have to kill yourself over it, slap yourself in the face, dunk your head in some ice cold water, no. This is not okay. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. This turned out to be far more interesting than I thought it was. I don't know what to expect from this. It's called 1000 Lies, and I literally don't know where it's gonna go. But I guess more information will allow me to see where it's going. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked this video, hit that like button. If you want to see more videos from me or from this series, hit that subscribe button. And you are now exiting the Shadyverse. My name is Shades, and you are now going to the end card.